Britt Meyers here, day 3 of our St. Lawrence River Bassmaster Elite practice here. It's been kind of, you know, I came a couple years ago, I had a decent tournament here fishing offshore. I've done that for pretty much a day and a half, and you know, I've caught a few really good fish, but not enough to even know I could secure a limit doing that. So I'm going to change things up today. I'm going to actually fish shallow. I started doing that yesterday, had a lot more bites, had some pretty good bites. You know, this place is full of fish. You can't get stuck fishing one pattern. If you can't find them, you got to change gears. So that's what we're going to do today. We're here at the beautiful St. Lawrence, Thousand Islands region, Canada. You can see Canada from here. We'll be fishing Canada today. Crystal clear water, light line. Let's go have some fun. Well, the water level here is high. I think it's 100-year high is what they were saying. And I've been offshore every time I've been here. Even last time I was here, the offshore bite wasn't good, wasn't great, but there were still enough fish to be caught offshore. Man, I really struggled the last 2 days to try to make that happen. So I'm gonna stay shallow. Yesterday, at about 1 o'clock, I went shallow. And I found some schools, like absolute schools of fish on these rocks. So we're gonna try that for several hours a day and see what happens. So look, there's a 600 feet no wake in effect right now. And if you look, you can see why. I mean, right there's a boathouse that is a half inch from being, the decking is a half inch from being submerged. So if one of those giant freighters come through here, it would destroy that. So right now, that's why the no wake is, like I said, it's a 100-year historic high right now, the water level is, and you can see why. 3-pounder. Come over your head, I'm on this side now. Look at that, we drove all over this freaking lake just to find that one point, and we found it, there's a bass there. Look how strong. That's a, oh, he come off. That's all right. See that? Pretty nice, wasn't it? What is that? That's a 3-pounder, wasn't it? That's about a 3-pounder. All right. That's crazy, man. We could. You can find, if we just had about 50 of those of fish, we'll be all right. Back home in the winter, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina, my home lake, Lake Wiley, that grub has been really good in the winter months. And now this is all, I won't even throw anything else. But it's, I don't know, it's done really well. Not just for grub fishing in general, people's catching them doing everything with it. It was funny yesterday, I hadn't even made a cast with it. first cast with, I caught a decent smallmouth. I was like, well, heck. The drop shot, even on these shallow fish, was good yesterday, but this just covers a lot more water. There was a couple times where I had one or two hit this and not get it, and then I threw the drop shot in there and caught some. Well, we're done here. Practice is over. If you noticed, around 11 o'clock, we finally found some, a couple of good areas. Two good areas that I'm excited about going to. And it was kind of like my whole practice. I found some fish shallow and I found some fish deep, so I'll be mixing it up tomorrow. The meeting is in a few minutes. We're getting ready to go to the meeting. The situation here is we have something we hadn't had to deal with here at St. Lawrence River, is a lock. They have it, like we've been talking about all day, really high water. So now there's a lock we have to actually go through. Normally you can just ride right through, but since there's a height difference, that's going to play a huge factor in time. So I got some math to do tonight. Got to realize, it's about a 45, 50-minute run on top of some locking back and forth. But I'm all in that area. I fished up this way and I didn't do any good. I didn't find anything magical, but sometimes, even though I only found 2 or 3 decent spots today, but that's 2 or 3 per day. So, I got 6 or 7 places to rotate tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Hey guys, just finished weighing in, 19 pounds, 3 ounces. You know, my practice, you know, kind of worked out today. I was running those hard points. I was mixing up the shallow points with the deep offshore stuff. And to be honest with you, it started pretty rough. I pulled up to one of what I thought was a good point immediately, second cast. I have a 4+ pound fish on. I have her on for a while and I lose her. I went to an offshore spot. I was trying to see which was, you know, which was stronger, the shallow points or the offshore spots. So I lost one there. I ran to my offshore spot. I lose 3 in a row and I catch nothing but small ones. And I bounced back, had a good day. So I'm super happy with it because it could have went really bad. You know, on video, my last day of practice, I caught a 3-pounder or 3.5 pounder. I went back to that spot today and I ended up catching a 4, a 3, and you know, another 3.5 pounder. So I'm super stoked to get back out there. My practice is paying off. Smallmouth or where I'm from, we don't have smallmouth, but we have striped bass, and it's the same deal. They're there one minute, they're gone the next. So it's like a school bus stop. You pull up, and if they're not there, you leave, and you just keep rotating and rotating, and finally they'll show up. So I'm super excited. I didn't know if I could even catch, you know, 19. But today I had a shot at over 20, 21 pounds. So super stoked to get back out there and see how it goes. All right, day 2, just weighed in, just shy of 16 pounds. You know, didn't get all the, I started out early. You know, I was running shallow and I was running deep. And so I went to my deep spot this morning, caught a limit really fast. I actually caught one close to 5 pounds, caught a 3-pounder. Things were looking up. I don't know what happened today. You know, for a lot of guys, the weights fell off. These smallmouth they move. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Every day they seem to relocate, and I just couldn't seem to find them, you know, like I did yesterday. But, you know, the keys to catching my fish were really simple. Spinning tackle. It was a spinning tackle derby. And when I'm using my spinning tackle, I keep it really simple. A 6/8 white ice, medium heavy spinning rod. I use it on my drop shot. I use it on my on my swim bait. It's pretty simple for me. I've got about 4 or 5 of these on the deck. They use my drop shot and my swim bait hook are about the same size, so it works perfect. You know, it helps me make long casts in the wind without backlashing, so that's why I choose spinning tackle. Looking forward to tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Here we are, day 3. You can see them in the weigh-in line. Looks like we're getting ready to wrap the tournament up. Looks like I got around 13, 14 pounds a day. It's not the day I wanted, but I got the fish on Saturday. You know, I stumbled a big time yesterday and got lucky to squeak in. So the patterns that we did in practice kind of worked out the same. I didn't get many big bites, but had a great event. A key to a lot of fish this week was a 3.3-inch Kitech bait on an 1/8 inch, really light wire hook. You know, using spinning tackle, you know, with these strong smallmouth, especially in this current, basically you just put pressure on them, and as they swim, they'll set the hook themselves. You know, if you run, that's something I used to do years ago. I made too many mistakes by using too heavy a hook with spinning tackle. I get that light wire, you know, let your drag system do the work. And the cool thing about this 6/8 medium heavy rod is, even at heavy current, when those fish really surge, I mean, these 4-pound smallmouth are super strong. It's got the backbone for it. And it also has a tip to help you launch it in the wind, and it's a light bait, so you need that long, you know, that long rod to make those long casts. So it worked out good for me this week.